my dear friends. I am Sister SINI from Assumption HS BATHERY. Welcome back to our English class. Hope you are fine. Aren't you? Yes, very good. You all are keeping fine and sound. Children, we learned the story of Mikhali in the last class, right? Yes, very good. Do you remember Mikhali? Yes, you remember well. Who is Mikhali?
Mikhali is a 14-year-old boy.
Yes, good. Mikhali is a 14-year-old boy. Then?
He is an orphan.
Yes, you are right. He's an orphan. Then?
He lost his mother by the birth of his little brother.
He lost his mother with the birth of his little brother. Children, did you do the assignment given to you in the last class? What was that assignment? Yes, correct. It was a narrative of the hardships of Mikhali, who has been faced from Anatolian camp. Let's listen to the narrative sent by one of my students.
Mikhali was a 14-year-old Armenian refugee boy living in a camp at Marseilles. He was healthy and robust, but he could not look for any work. He had to bear his newborn brother on his back. His mother had died immediately after his birth. The baby was crying all the time because of hunger. People in the camp got irritated by the uninterrupted howls of the baby. They chased him away. Mikhali wandered like a lost soul. He went to the Anatolian camp looking for a nursing mother. But the women in the camp horrified to see the skeletonic body of the baby. They chased him away. He felt alone and lost. He sobbed desperately.
Yes, children, Mikhali suffered a lot of difficulties from Anatolian's camp. Did he get any food and milk from somewhere for his babe? Let's read and find it. Shall we open the textbook? Page number 46.
When he raised his head, a man stood before him, gazing down upon him. Mikhali recognized the Chinamen who often came to the camp to sell paper knickknacks and charms which no one ever bought from him anyway. Often they mocked him because of his color and his squint eyes. Mikhali saw that he was looking gently down at him and moving his lips as though to speak. Finally, the Chinaman said, "You mustn't cry, boy." Then timidly, "Come with me." Mikhali's only answer was to shake his head negatively. He longed to flee. He had heard so many horrors about the cruelty of the Orientals. Yet the man remained there and did not budge. So, being in great distress, Mikhali followed him. What more awful thing could happen to him? As they walked along, he stumbled weakly and almost fell with the child. The Chinaman came to him and, taking the baby in his arms, tenderly pressed it to him.
Children, it's your turn. Read the textbook silently. Did you find any difficult words from the reading passage? Which are they?
Knick-knack.
Yes, knick-knack. Knick-knack means small decorative objects. Small decorative object. Orientals. Oriental means the people from East Asian countries. Paurasthir. But to move slightly. To move slightly. Dear friends, let me ask some questions. Who showed kindness to Mikhali? Yes, good. The Chinaman showed kindness to Mikhali. Why did the children laugh at the Chinaman? Yes, correct. They mocked the Chinaman because of his color and squint eyes. What did Mikhali do when the Chinaman asked him to go with him? Yes, you are right. Mikhali's only answer was to shake his head negatively. In this paragraph, the Chinaman consoled Mikhali and invited him to go with Chinaman. But Mikhali didn't give any answer. He only shook his head negatively. Yet the Chinaman did move and stood near to Mikhali and insisted to go with him. At last, he followed with him. When Mikhali follows the Chinaman, he was in a great distress. He couldn't move fastly because he was very weak and tired. So the Chinaman took the baby in his arms. Let's hear the conversation with them.
Dear son, why are you crying? My mother died when my baby brother was born. I'm traveling with the refugees, but they don't like us. Why? They are annoyed with my brother crying all the time. Why does your brother cry so much? Because he is hungry and nobody is feeding him. Don't worry. My wife will feed your little brother. I will be honored and really grateful if you would help us.
Yes, children, here is another question for you. In what way is the Chinaman different from the refugees? Yes, you are right. Chinaman was a man of compassion. He was very kind to Mikhali. Let's move to the next paragraph.
They crossed several empty lots, and then the man took a little lane that led them to a sort of wooden cabin surrounded by a very small garden. He stopped before the door and clapped his hands twice. A few light steps inside, and a tiny person came to open the door. Seeing the men, her face reddened, and then a happy smile lit it up. She made a brief courtesy to them. As Migali remained there, hesitatingly rooted to the threshold, the Chinaman said to him, "Come in, then do not be afraid. This is my wife." Migali went into the room, rather large it seemed, separated in the middle by a colored paper screen. It was all so clean and neat, though very poor looking. In the corner he noticed a wicker cradle. "That is my baby," said the young woman, cocking her head graciously to one side and smiling at him. "He is very tiny and very beautiful. Come and see." Migali went up closer and silently admired it. A chubby baby, but lately out of the darkness of the maternal body, slept peacefully covered with a gold brocade cloth like a little king.
Children, did you find any new words here? Yes, compassion. Compassion means sympathetic concerns towards the sufferings of others. Anukamba. Where did Chinaman take Mikhali to? Yes, you are right. The Chinaman took Mikhali to his home. Then, next question. What did Mikhali see there? Yes, you are right. He saw a wooden cabin. Okay, children. Mikhali followed the Chinaman. They reached in front of a wooden cabin. His wife opened the door with a beautiful smile. Then, Chinaman invited him to enter the house. But he stood there. Again and again, Chinaman encouraged him and he went into the room. He saw a wicker cradle. Do you know what's a wicker cradle? See the picture. Wicker cradle means baby's bed or cot. How did Chinaman's wife behave to them? Yes, you are right. She smiled and showed courtesy. Courtesy means politeness. മര്യാദ. അതായത് ചൈനമാൻ്റെ ഭാര്യ മിഖാലിയോട് വളരെ സ്നേഹത്തോടും മര്യാദയോടും കൂടെ പെരുമാറി. Children, here Mikhali saw a chubby baby in the wicker cradle. He looked at the baby with wonder. Many thoughts came into his mind. What would be his thoughts?
Oh, it's a chubby baby. He sleeps peacefully, covered with a gold brocade cloth. like a little king. Lucky baby. What an unlucky brother I have got. Looks like a skeletonic one. He seeks desperately to live and cry loud his famished state. If my parents were alive.
Friends, the Chinaman told his wife to give breast milk to the baby. Without asking a word, she agreed. When she removed the cover, she cried aloud with immense pity. Yet, she pressed the babe to her heart. Look, children, what did Chinaman's wife do when she saw the baby? Absolutely correct. Though she made a large sound, suddenly she pressed the babe to her heart and gave breast milk. Children, do you like Chinaman's wife? Yes, you like her very much. I also like her. Why? Why do you like her most? Yes, she showed the real meaning of maternity. Do you like the story? Yes, you like it very much. Why do you like the story? Yes, the story says that there is no boundary for love and sympathy. The story emphasizes the terrifying experiences of racism which make people inhuman. Motherhood is quite different from just being a mother. Here, Chinaman's wife portrayed as an ideal mother who symbolizes culture, warmth and humanness. Dear friends, in this chapter, Lilika Nakos conveys some great ideas. One is universal motherhood that we have seen in Chinaman's wife. Next one is the problems of refugees. We have seen in Armenians and Anatolians camp. Yes friends, Mikhali is a symbol of pure love and brotherhood. The themes are discussed in the story is maternity, global fraternity, universal motherhood, and problems of refugees. My dear friends, Mikhali is the pure symbol of brotherhood. Let's prepare a character sketch of Mikhali. When you prepare the character sketch, the following points should be kept in your mind. Physical appearance of Mikhali, then sufferings of Mikhali, and helplessness, bond and affection between Mikhali and his brother. Last point is importance of the character. Friends, use these points and prepare a perfect character sketch of Mikhali and send to your teacher. Dear friends, may I conclude this story. Stay home, stay safe, and bye-bye.